One man, broken and alone. Another searching for hope, each of them trying to find answers and fill the void left by the man they both loved. But the truth of what they need is right in front of them. That's right, it's a Thirsty Thursday shipping episode. For this, we turn to the classic scientific method: hypothesis, observation, and conclusion. Our hypothesis: that the Winter Soldier and Falcon love each other and should kiss. Let's discuss the evidence and our observations. Observation number one: they're both hot and they should smooch each other. Besides both being utterly jacked with rippling abs and forearms so sexy it literally made our lesbian colleague go, yeah, that's hot. And I don't even like men. The sheer sensuality highlighted in Falcon and the Winter Soldier make us swoon. A killer, a victim, a wounded, tortured soul with eyes you could get lost in. Bucky's a reformed bad boy. Plus, even if it's government ordered, the fact that he's seeing a therapist lets you know he is trying to work on himself. He gives off the vibe that he's the kind of guy who, has a headboard for his bed and real cloth napkins at his house instead of paper towels. And this is an over 30 thing, but there is nothing sexier than linens. You'll understand someday. Also, he probably has tissues, like boxes of tissues. Falcon's hotness is of the wholesome variety. At heart, he's a humble hero who never loses sight of what's really important. He is a stone-cold fox, there's that, and got the sturdiness that says, hey, even though I disappeared for 5 years during the blip, doesn't mean you can't count on me. Plus, he can fulfill the whole flying through the clouds, I can show you the world fantasy from Aladdin, which is honestly the cherry on top of this thirst sundae of a man. This drink would be good with a cherry on top of it, honestly. Observation number two. Now for the big one. Let's talk about the man they both loved and the man they both lost. The owner of America's ass, Stephen Grant Rogers. Trauma is not sexy. It's not. I might have suggested it was in previous Thirsty Thursday videos, but it's not, okay? But bonding through trauma, well, damn. The void left by Captain America. Wait, what's another word for void? Space, gap, spot, hole. That's it. When Steve left, he left a gaping hole just aching to be filled by these two men. Cap brought out the best in Bucky. Besides the fact that we love a man in a vintage World War II uniform, Bucky and Cap loved each other well before either achieved international notoriety. James Buchanan Barnes was one of the only people we see being supportive of and kind to Steve Rogers pre-Super Soldier Serum. Sam Wilson was so bereft by the loss of his friend that even the memento left behind by Cap was too painful for him to be around. He is so aware of who Steve Rogers was as a person and what he brought to the role of Captain America that he questions whether or not he's worthy of carrying on his legacy. Well, where are they going to find solace? Probably in each other's arms. I mean, like a mild suggestion on my part, but you could just smooch it out. The situational construction of their shared trauma is fertile ground for a love affair to blossom. And on top of all that, they've been given a common enemy. When the old man from Up assumed the mantle of their shared idol. Now, we know they're sexy. We know that they're bonded through trauma, but do their personalities work in a relationship? Let's examine. Observation number three. They bicker because they secretly love each other. It is one of the most popular shipping tropes. And for two battle-hardened warriors, yeah, I said it, hardened, deal with it. This is not a kid's show. Playful fighting is how they display affection. Also, this could definitely fall into the old enemies to lovers category because, when they first met, they were actually literally enemies. Sorry about the brainwashing, Buck. Bucky is an old school, get off my lawn, I'm 106 years old curmudgeon, complete with old-timey charms and the grumpy geezer vibe that we absolutely must stand. He can keep Falcon grounded when he has his head in the clouds, figuratively or literally, because he could fly, but the wings kind of got It's a whole thing. Falcon is a classic family man devoted to his sister and her kids. He'll do what he must to provide for his family. Plus, scientifically, we know that men with sisters score higher in empathy and emotional sensitivity, perfect to help draw wounded Bucky out of his emo shell. Plus, Falcon is a pet owner. Or at least he was a pet owner. What is it with Marvel killing everyone's pets? I mean, Red Wing, strictly speaking, was a drone, but I don't care. That robot had feelings. Okay, anyway, it's always a good sign when men are able to have affection for small, helpless animals or robots. Their fighting styles complement each other too, making them the perfect team in the streets and between the sheets. Winter Soldier's superpowers and shadowy tactics, combined with Falcon's strategic thinking and bird's eye tactical view, have got us covered in Goosebumps, thinking about what a good team they are. We've already seen in the couples therapy scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier that they're on the same page about more things than they realize. And when Bucky confesses that he can't stand the idea that Steve could have been wrong about Sam, because then he'd also be wrong about him, come on, Sam! Just embrace this sad, broken boy. And also your destiny. When Sam Wilson's humility meets Bucky Barnes' search for meaning, they bolster each other and find solace in their friendship. Also, y'all saw that tumble down the hill, right? I mean, that shit is straight out of Princess Bride with a little dash of Final Fantasy VII Remake on the side. As with any important scientific study, we've laid out our hypothesis, thoroughly examined the evidence, and now it is time to draw our conclusion. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are totes horny for each other and should definitely kiss. I'll be waiting for my Nobel Prize. Should be here any day now. I'm Professor Emma Fife, asking you to do your part and subscribe to VENN Download on YouTube. Please. It's for science. Science tastes pretty good, it turns out. Who'd have thought?